So here is the last video about our water shooting, and this time, as I promised, we are going to edit one image from all. I have selected about 5 images that I want to edit in the end, but I'm recording just one because probably the retouching will take like 1 hour or something like that. So we are gonna start with the first one. So as always, I'm starting with Capture One editing. So first of all, I need to do some local adjustments or basic adjustments of the image. So start with the image itself. Probably I'm gonna need some extra exposure because it's a little bit darker than I thought. Bit of contrast. I will do the final editing inside of Photoshop probably. I need to, let's see, okay. Also I'm gonna enhance the saturation a little bit because I want to have it a little bit sparklier. And okay, I already said the clarity. Okay, let's check the eye if it's sharp enough, but I think sharper than necessary. Okay. We can do some local adjustments, so let's go to the layers, create new one, and at gradient you just hit the T button and okay, just rotate it a little bit and put it in front of her eyes. Let's see if there's mask. Yeah, mask is inside. And we can add a little extra exposure and brightness. Okay, that's too much. So let's take the opacity down. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, let's switch it, send it to Photoshop. Here is PS, and from now on we are going to use the Photoshop to all the editing and also the final retouch. What I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna to clean her skin. You have already a tutorial for that. I am going to work with frequency separation. This time it will be way more over retouched than usual, because with these eyes, shadows and everything else, I want to look it sparkle and a little bit like porcelain Barbie or something like that. So I'm gonna remove all the structure, just had hard shadows, soft shadows, sorry, bright colors, saturated colors and so on. I'm going to also probably remove her left hand because I don't like the color here. I'm gonna just paint it over with black, and that's all. So let's start with actions. I have here the frequency separation for 8-bit, and let's see, yeah, 20 pixels, a little bit more than enough. I will speed it up a little bit from this point because you already know how to do it, but still I think you will be able to catch up with me. So just copy so I can work with it and copy this one. So if anything will happen, I will still have the original source files. Here is the exact thing I was saying, that I need a copy of the layers. I just started to edit her skin under her eye, and I look it up a little close. When I look at it from the whole point of the picture, it looks really terrible. So I decided to just edit the basic skin tones, the defects like some birthmark and something that's there. And after that I will make a new copy and just erase all the structure and then lower the opacity. So this is the reason why I am working always with a copy of all the layers, also the structure and also the luminosity and color. So what I'm going to need to do is just add mask, and I want to, sorry, I have to invert it and just use this one that I already edited. And this point I will start once again. So that's the reason why I'm always working with copies, because I'm able to just add and mask, and after that to make a new copy of everything else. So let's continue. So after I edited all of this, I'm going to remove this structure, but to do it we need to create an extra copy and just start slowly removing it. And after that we are going to create a whole new level or a whole new smart object to create the frequency separation once again, but this time with smaller amounts. So I will be just removing all these small spots, and once again I'm going to reunite all the skin colors. So in this one I just edited all the big parts, and in the second one I'm going to remove all the rest of it. Oh, here we have some wrinkles, so I need to remove them. Yeah, it's look way better right now. Also here we have to remove everything, so her skin would look like ceramic doll or something like that, without any wrinkles, without absolutely anything, almost any structure. Okay, in the eye we have a little bit more, here in the side. Okay, here I can't see it because we use the aperture of 1.6, so yeah. Okay, so we have this one. Now I need to lower the opacity just a bit. Yeah, the 90% would look fine. So I'm going to remove all the wrinkles and everything here. I can remove also this one a bit. Also the hairs. Select all, Command Shift copy, Command Shift paste. So you have everything merged together, and now you need to click to convert to smart object. Okay, and when you double click on this small icon, it will open you in new window, and once again you are able to run the frequency separation, but this time we will use way smaller radius. So I'm not gonna able to remove any hairs or something like that, but I'm able to edit her skin way more efficiently. So I'm able to remove those shadows and everything else. So let's continue. If you need to even the skin a little bit, for example like in this part, there's a magic tool, it's called mixer brush. Make sure that those percentage will be like way more down, like something like this, at maximum 10%, and you can sample the skin color that you want to use and then just mix all over the other skin colors. This way you are able to get to match the colors a little bit. So I'm gonna to sample it down, create a new layer, sample all layers. This one I'm going to move just to color, and now I can sample and just edit it a little bit. You can spot a small difference, but I'm rather working with smaller amount. We can use the mix a little bit higher and also the flow. So I will switch it to normal. You will probably be able to see. Okay, you can see that's a little small change, and that's the reason why I have it in so small amount, that I don't want to have it so drastically, but still we need to add all those parts together so it looks nice and even. So when I switch it on and off, you can spot small differences, and now it's time just to lower the opacity at the minimum and put it just to color, so it won't affect your structure or anything else. Okay, it looks a little bit better. If you want, you can just duplicate it and put it to luminosity, so also it will enhance a little bit the reflection on her face. Okay, that's all from this part. Now we need to do. We need to enhance her eyes a little bit, so they will be a little bit brighter. We need to liquify, even though I hate it, her mouth, and also clean her teeth. Also add some color around this. So first of all, I'm going to liquify her lips, then to edit the eyes, and after that I'm going to also do the dodge and burning part, because I smoothed up all the skin tones and everything else, also the contrast and everything that was on her face originally, so I need to put it back. So let's start with the lips. So once again, Command All, Command Shift Copy, Command Shift Paste. We have new layer. We can save it and we can go. Right, it's gonna probably be a little bit huge. Okay, and let's go to filter and liquify, even though I hate this one. You can see that it's rendering pretty slow. Okay, here's the fixer. So I'm going to start with the fixer. So I'm going to paint around everything that it's not supposed to move. So this way everything that's in the red area, it's not gonna move. Now here is the possibility to enlarge it. So put the brush to maximum and just make 1 or 2 clicks. Okay, now that's not the same as I wanted. Okay, and that's all. The way why I was fixing it, it's that nothing else will move, so it will just affect the lips itself and the teeth, but you have to do it. Okay, so that was just the Liquify, so rename this layer. Liquify. And this was the skin, so let's put it into one group. Skin and hands. Okay, now we can enhance a little bit the eyes. So put it to the screen. You can see it's way more brighter. Then add negative mask, hit brush, normal brush, not the mixer, brush tool, put it to 100 everything, and then we will lower the opacity. So here we can go. Oh shit, and need to work with the mask. Okay. Perfect. And also on this side we can use a little softer. Okay, this is the reason why I'm working always with mask, because sometimes you just overrun it and then you can work with the mask to put it wherever you want. Okay, so and now just need to lower the opacity. Even though we are over retouching it, this time we can go like 70%. That in normal portraits retouching it's impossible to use the value something like this. We need to put extra saturation in it, so just hit adjustments and turn off the vibrance and saturation. Yeah, and invert the mask because it looks way worse, and just once again paint all over it. Okay, just need to remove this one eyelash. Probably I'm going to remove it later, and just once again just put the opacity a little bit down. Okay, I don't remove those veins from her eyes because I like it that way. Okay, probably this one we can remove. So Command Shift copy, Command Shift paste, put it to 100%. I'm just gonna remove this fucking big one. Let's see if there is nothing. That's all in this eye, just this one. Okay, it looks a little bit better, but still I'm going to put it away small back, and also removing this one eyelash that's not supposed to be in here. Probably you had it the same way as I do. Okay, it looks way better. Okay, we can colorize a bit those eyes. So when you go to hue and saturation and you just hit the colorize, you are able to find the exact color you want to use all over the image. You can also do a bit of color gradiating this way. Okay, invert mask. Once again, we can put a little bit of blue on her inside her eyes. Let's see how it gonna works. Okay, so if you want to change some colors in here, just you can do it this way. Then hit colors and lower the opacity. After that, you can enhance the brightness. Invert brush. Good. It was probably too much, and also this was probably too much. Okay, we can go with something like this. So we have here the eyes. So let's put it all in one group and let's call it eye. Yeah, it looks nice. And okay, now what's next? We can edit a little her hand. It is a bit harder probably. Yeah, so once again Command Shift copy, Command Shift pass, and let's start with removing her hand. I didn't do it because there is a lot of reflection, so I'm just going to start to paint all over. This is the reason why I chose the black background. Okay, and we can do it probably like this. Yeah, we have to remove almost everything. It don't look that bad. And now to hit a new layer, sample the color so it wouldn't be plain. Yeah. Or we can just, yeah, we can remove this one, take a lasso and just copy something. Okay, we can remove it, make it smaller, rotate it somehow. Okay, that's fine. And now here is a tool when you can move with it. So this way we are able to recreate almost anything. Command Shift copy, Command V, move it. And just move with it. This way you still will be able to have something. Just make sure you are copying it from the sample level or the sample layers, so you can have it a little bit larger in here. And also we can put a little extra on this side. So we need to recreate those waves because we don't have enough of them. So we can do it like this. The good thing about the waves that it's You can do almost anything you want with it, because it's, as you can see, it's a random object, so just make sure you don't need to worry about, just probably those hard edges, but we can manage it, because when we are going to hit the lasso, here you can see the feathers, so put it like 50 pixels. And now if you are going to take something like this, you will have softer edges. So this way you can move it, and you can see the edges are a bit softer than previously. I'm going to put it somewhere in here. Okay, and we have to put a bit more here, so let's take this one, and that will probably be the last one, so we'll have something in here. We'll just move it a little bit. Okay, and I have to find which one is this. Probably this. Yeah, sure. And just move it. Yeah. Okay, so when we merge all those together, you can see that we've been able to recreate those. If you want, you can add an even harder levels. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna able to link it to this one, so we can do like merge all this together, and we can put the levels all over it, so it'll be a little bit shinier. Yeah, now it's look right. Okay, that's all from this part, so we can start adding some dodge and burn and then some coloring. So let's continue with the dodge and burn. I already have an action for it, so it will create me 3 copies of dodge and burn. So let's start with the first one. Hit just brush, put the opacity about 20% and 20%. You already have it on the previous tutorial how to edit images, so I'm just gonna fuzz it up once again. Okay, so we have burnt and dodged everything out. It was quite quick one, and now we can work with adjustments and to enhance all the part of it. So you can add a little bit of contrast. If you hit Alt key, you are able to see the warnings. Okay, so this could be the general enhance. Okay, I need to add extra saturation in her eyeshadows. So let's turn up the saturation up, invert the mask, and we can work with mask and edit a bit of the saturation inside of it. Also we can add a little bit of vibrance. Okay. Okay, it looks good. Just lower the opacity a little bit. Also, we can add extra saturation in her lipstick. So once again we can invert it, use brush. This time we'll use a bigger opacity already on the brush. Okay, it looks good. And now we can start to play with color tones. So as usual, color balance 2 copies or 3 copies of all, and start with the shadows. I will move it a little bit down, and first one is for shadows. Okay, put it into one, group it and switch. Yeah, we can lower it a little bit. Okay, the next one is once again colorizing the whole image, and we can put something gold, something like gold all over her. Let's see the yellow. It should be a bit lighter, and then hit it to color. Okay, and lower the opacity way more down. Okay, I don't like the colorization around her lipstick. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, now we can add a little bit of midtones back. And I think, yeah, I think it looks nice. We can add a little bit of high tones. Luminosity, gradient mask, circle, and put it somewhere around her eyes. Yeah. Okay, I think we have it. As you can see, it wasn't that hard. It took us about more than 1 hour to edit it, but from this point we get to something like this. It wasn't that hard, it wasn't even that hard. So now you know how to edit images like this, you know how to shoot them, and I hope I can see some of your work, something like this. So stay tuned, see you in another tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed it.